What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some Kino Lorber titles I recently got in for review. So first off, thank you to Kino for sending these over. You guys are awesome. And yeah, we got 4 titles here to talk about. One of these I've seen before, one I've seen bits and pieces of, and 2 I've never seen at all. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys have seen any of these 4 films and what you guys think about them. All right, first up, we'll start with the 4K releases first here. The most well-known of the bunch here has to be Cry Baby with Johnny Depp, the 4K Blu-ray combo here. First off, the transfer is top-notch. I have no complaints on the 4K transfer whatsoever. It looks great, it sounds great, and I remember really loving this movie. And revisiting this one, I gotta say, I still love this movie. It's Crybaby. It's Crybaby with Johnny Depp and Ricky Lake and what's her name? Tracy Lords, and then you got Hatchet Face in here. You got all the great music. It's John Waters. I mean, it's Crybaby, guys. If you haven't seen this movie at all, watch this movie. If you guys love musicals or like spoofs, stuff like that, it's pretty much like a satire on Grease or movies of that nature. Definitely do yourself a favor and watch this movie. I love the music scores in this and everything else, and this movie is just so much fun. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically the squares versus the drapes. If you guys know what drapes are, it's pretty much like people on the wrong side of the tracks, the greasers, you know, Johnny Depp's character. And he falls in love with one of the squares, and, you know, a bunch of stuff ensues from there. And you got just a ton of musical numbers in here. And his talent is that he can cry just one tear on, like, command, pretty much. And it's just a blast, guys. Crybaby's it's such a good movie. You do have 2 cuts on here. You have the 85-minute cut and the 92-minute director's cut on here. I did not watch the director's cut because it is not on the 4K, and I wanted to watch the 4K quality. I'll probably revisit this movie and watch the director's cut. There's your director's cut disc and your theatrical cut on the 4K. No reverse art or anything on this one. Actually, only one of these has reverse art. Kino's not really known for the reverse art stuff or disc art or anything like that, so when you do get it, it is an added little bonus there that is always unexpected. But tons of bonus features on here if you guys want to pause and take a look at those. You're more than welcome to do so. I did watch all the features on here, and they're all just great. I just, again, I'm a big fan of this movie, so I wanted to watch as much as I could on here, all kinds of interviews and everything. But if you guys are thinking about getting this one and you're not quite sure, go ahead and get it. I guarantee you're going to love this release. I have no complaints on this whatsoever, other than I'd like to see the director's cut on 4K. But other than that, you know, is what it is with that, though. All right, so moving on from there. These are, by the way, all available now. You guys can order directly from Kino Lorber's website or Amazon or wherever you buy your Blu-rays from. And just keep in mind, guys, Kino runs sales all the time, too. So if you want to hold off on these, you may not get the slip. But if you want to hold off on them for a sale, you're welcome to do so. You know, just personal preference on that. If you want to be guaranteed the slip, get them when they come out. Next up, we have Bad Lieutenant on 4K. This is an NC-17 film, so you do have Harvey Keitel in here, and you have little Harvey in here for a scene. Again, this is one I've seen bits and pieces of. Never watched this all the way through, and I gotta be honest, I didn't love it. It's not one of my favorite movies. It's probably my least favorite of these 4 that I watched here. I just don't think it's that interesting, I guess. I think Harvey Keitel did great in this. Everybody's performance was really good in this. If you guys have seen this movie, you guys know the church scene is pretty upsetting. Some of the drug use, stuff like that's pretty disturbing. It's basically just about Harvey Keitel's character, a lieutenant on the New York Police Department there, just unraveling. And he unravels more and more as he's betting on these baseball games during the playoffs, and he keeps losing. And he keeps just losing himself more and more as this goes on. He falls further and farther into debt. And he's just a lowlife, as it says on the front here. It says gambler, thief, junkie, killer, and cop, and that's exactly what he is. There's a scene where he pulls a couple women over and makes them do some things that they don't want to do and stuff like that. Just very degrading. And he's in cahoots with like drug dealers and stuff like that. He's shooting up, he's freebasing, he's just completely lost his mind here. But yeah, there's a scene, you can kind of see right here, this nun here, and a couple guys in a church and a crucifix. that is, again, pretty disturbing. Now, this is directed by Abel Ferreira, who directed Fear City, which I really enjoyed, Driller Killer, which I absolutely love Driller Killer. So I was really excited for this one. But I don't know, it just didn't have my enthusiasm, I guess. It just, for being an hour and a half long, just over an hour and a half, I felt like I was watching this movie for like 3 hours, and I just wanted it to be over by, by the time it was all said and done. It's not something I'm going to revisit soon. I do appreciate this film. Again, Harvey Keitel did really good in this, and so did all the other, characters in here. But it's just, there wasn't much police stuff going on. It's just watching him be a complete miserable piece of crap human being, and just unravel more and more throughout the movie. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't spark my interest enough to be something I'm going to revisit soon. But I am glad I have seen this film all the way through, and the 4K, again, just like Crybaby, it looks great, it sounds great. I mean, Kino just knocks it out of the park with their 4K releases. I haven't seen one yet that hasn't been great, so features on here if you guys want to pause and take a look at those. Not too much on this one. You get an audio commentary with Abel Ferreira and the cinematographer. You get It All Happens Here, Abel and the Making of Bad Lieutenant documentary. Bad Neighbors, the locations of Bad Lieutenant featurettes. I do like the location featurettes. I did watch that one on here. I always like the then and now location stuff. I don't know why I said you could pause them, and then I'm reading them to you anyways. Then you get a theatrical trailer on here. A lot of these come with trailers to other movies as well, because, I'm watching the movie. Why do I need to watch the trailer to the movie that I'm getting ready to watch? I don't really understand that. But anyways, I don't know how that's considered a feature, or like presented in 4K as like a bonus feature. It's not a bonus feature. It's what I'm already know that I'm buying. Anyways, moving on from there. I don't know. I think Bad Lieutenant is just okay in my opinion. I have not seen the Nick Cage one yet, so I'm probably going to do that soon now that I've seen the original, because I wanted to wait till I've seen the original to see that one. I don't know if they, relate or not. But anyways, moving on from there. These are just regular Blu-rays here. We have Jeff Speakman in The Perfect Weapon. I didn't know anything about Jeff Speakman going into this one. I guess he signed like a 4-picture deal when he got into acting. He was already a martial artist and signed this deal. And this is I'm hearing his best movie, his best known movie, well-made movie, and everything like that. And this is basically about, you have, I believe it's the Korean mafia. I could be wrong on which mafia it is, but it's some mafia people kill this guy who he's really close to, who he's known like his whole life, who kind of got him out of trouble and on the right path when he was younger. And he's a shop owner. The bad guys are wanting to sell drugs or do whatever out of the shop. He's not letting it happen. So they take care of their own problem and kill his friend here. And he seeks, revenge on these bad guys. And the whole movie is just fight after fight after fight. And Jeff Speakman, he's a badass martial artist. I tell you that much right now. And he is actually inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame. He has like 50 schools or something like that. And the I believe it's Kempo or something like that is the martial art form that he uses. He's got a bunch of those schools opened up, and he's dedicated his whole life to this craft and everything, and to teaching others and kids and stuff like that. So that's really cool. But yeah, it's pretty much him just seeking revenge and a bunch of fight scenes, and they're all choreographed really well. They're all really well done. And watching the interview with Jeff Speakman, they did put a lot of time into these scenes. They spent, 2-3 times more time than your usual movie. They shot them differently than they normally do. It was him reacting to the stunt performers as opposed to the stunt performers reacting to him or something like that. And it's just really, really well made. And I can't believe I hadn't seen this movie before. And I regret not seeing it sooner and finding out about Jeff Speakman, because he is a badass in this movie. And yeah, let me know if you guys have seen The Perfect Weapon, because I feel like I just missed out on this one. You got your big guy here on the back too. I forget his name, but he was an actual like really big strong guy in real life that was like this big teddy bear, from what I understood by the bonus features on here. And it happens that way a lot of times in life, doesn't it? But yeah, everybody in here like really wanted to do stuff. People really wanted to like be hit. They're like, no, actually like kick me with these cowboy boots. I don't want to fake react, and all kinds of stuff going on in this one. If you guys are into martial arts, definitely check this one out. And I had a blast with it. All right, last one here is we got Brad Dourif, Rachel Weisz, and what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Richard Brake, from like 31, Rob Zombie's 31, Game of Thrones, stuff like that. Always plays like a crazy guy. Well, it ain't no different in this movie. He's a crazy guy in here too, as he runs this company that designs like these robots. I don't know what they were for. It kind of focuses more at the beginning on these suits to make like these super soldiers, and then shifts to that. And you got Brad Dourif's character. I know I'm probably messing up his last name. You guys know the voice of Chucky. Come on. I mean, for a lot of the Chucky stuff anyways. His character is a hacker, and he sends these robots to like kill everybody that works in this office building for this company. At the same time, you have a group of I don't even know what to call them. They're trying to bring this company down for the better of man. And you got them breaking in at the same time. So you got like three different things going on here. It's kind of a mess at first, but then once you get to know these characters and you actually know what's going on, it definitely gets a lot better. And I had a blast with this one. I did watch the 122-minute foreign cut. I did see on IMDb that the director doesn't like the director's cut, and they said the foreign cut's the best one to watch. So I watched that one, and it's the longest one. But I wasn't bored like at all with it. I really enjoyed all the characters in here. Every time Brad Dourif was on the screen, I was laughing, and he's hysterical in this. This is kind of like a mix between like RoboCop, hackers, aliens, all in one, and they made a death machine. That's pretty much the best way to describe this movie, in my opinion, anyways. A lot of the last act is more aliens like aspect, and then you have like RoboCop. They're trying to make like these super soldiers and stuff, and all this, and of course hackers with Brad Dourif's character, and you got like the cyberpunk type feel to it on a lot of his scenes. I had a lot of fun with this one. Not overly gory. I don't know if the foreign cut, if they take the gore out for other countries or something like that. And the U.S. cut may be more graphic. I'm not sure, but it wasn't overly gory or anything. Just a few scenes of some blood splatter and stuff like that. But I feel like the machine was attacking these people and ripping them to shreds, and it was all like off camera. So I don't know. I haven't seen the other two cuts. If you guys have seen this movie, let me know in the comment section if the other cuts are different or not, or if you guys enjoy this movie. But yeah, tons of features on here. If you guys want to pause, I'm not going to read all these. If you guys want to pause and take a look at those, you're more than welcome to do so, but plenty of features on here. And this one is one of the rare cases where Kino does some reverse cover art here. So you do have this cover here, which you guys are probably more familiar with. And then underneath that is the same as the slip cover. Nothing too fancy on your disc. And the other reason I chose to watch the foreign cut is because it's on its own disc. You have the foreign cut and theatrical special features. Yeah, theatrical features, special features on one disc. And then the US cut and the director's cut are on one disc. So I figured it would be the least compressed version of it. I don't know if there's a quality difference between them or not. Again, I have not watched them yet. I just finished watching this movie before doing this review. So I have not gone back and watched any other cuts to see any quality difference or what is taken out or anything like that. But I figured that would be the less compressed disc and have the best quality. And it did look great. It sounded great. And it does pay like an homage to a lot of people in this too. The character names are like John Carpenter, Scott Ridley, as in Ridley Scott for Aliens. What was Brad Dourif's name? It was something close to Joe Dante. It was Dante something. And there were some other names in here too. So you can tell the director of this is a big horror sci-fi fan. I believe he directed Blade and I'm forgetting the other names. I'm forgetting the other films that he directed. But yeah, it was the director of Blade. What's his name? Is Stephen Norrington? Written and directed by. All right, so that's it from Kino for the month of, what is this, June's titles that came in. So yeah, hopefully I'll have some more stuff for you guys next month for July to go over. And let me know again in the comment section if you guys have seen any of these movies, what you guys think about them. If you guys are planning on picking any of these up, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And again, huge thanks to Kino for sending these over. You guys are just the best. And yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff if you haven't already. And as always, guys, peace, love, happiness to all y'all. And I will catch you guys later.